Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Final Show Films. I'm Sen, your executive producer. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I particularly want to thank our $20 tier supporters over on our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms. Those being Trevian Alexander, Samantha Bates, and L, without whom we wouldn't be able to do as much as we do now. So thank you very much for your support over the years. And if you're watching live, please sit back, relax, and enjoy. And we're live.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pokemon Aftershocks, the Pokemon Tabletop United game we are running here on Final Show Films. I am Julia Sally KC of the Zodiac system, and we will be your storytellers for the evening. I'm joined by a wonderful cast of brilliant role players, and we will start our introductions tonight with Sen.
I'm Sen. I'm playing Kizuki-So, the Pokemon Ranger, who is currently running after Ramon, attempting to figure out why we're running.
And Eric.
Hi, I'm Eric. I'm playing Gray Snap, the Wayward Chronicle.
And Jack.
Hi, I'm Jack. I'm playing Ramon, the Death Pokeball Tech. It took me a minute to remember my moniker, who is
Fair.
currently running because of a Paradox Pokemon.
And Yari.
Hi, I'm Yari. I'm playing Annabella Hawthorne, the anxious researcher, who is also running after a Paradox Pokemon, but for a very different reason.
And Jordan.
Hi, I'm Jordan. I'm going to be playing Reginald Schwinn Jr., the sniveling Ponce, bike fortune magnate, and recent discoverer that his trust fund was spent poorly.
That's what we'll go with.
Lovely use of passive voice there. Excellent use.
Mhm. It was spent, not I spent it.
Yeah, it was spent poorly.
And what a good way, what a concise description.
Mm-hmm. Decisions were made.
They sure were.
Oh. And as always, Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights, and the following are some good news stories that I wanted to share from last week to hopefully bring some smiles to your faces. With Japanese know-how and the unwavering support of Japanese experts, Bhutan's national bird is being hatched and hand-reared in captivity successfully for the first time ever. The major hurdle to rearing chicks was overcome, and 2 healthy birds were just hand-reared, bringing the total captive population to 5, a crucial lifeline to a bird that numbers less than 100 in the wild. The crucially endangered white-bellied heron faces extinction due to... Did my internet skip?
Yep, it skipped
For a little bit there, but we're good.
A little, but you're back.
It caught back
Endangered.
up,
Okay.
and then you're good.
Okay. The critically endangered white-bellied heron faces extinction due to habitat disturbances from human activities and predation.
I have one that I read this morning, actually. In France, their West WESC tokamak fusion reactor generated a plasma fusion reaction for 22 minutes.
Oh, that's so cool.
Which is a new record.
That's awesome.
Huge.
Exceeding the previous 17 minutes, I think, from China's tokamak reactor. Basically it's a massive leap towards fusion energy as a potential green energy source.
That's huge.
I love that. That's awesome. In the UK, a funeral company says that they can now bury you in the world's first living coffin, which is made out of mushrooms. Containing no wood, the coffins are formed out of a mat of fibers, including pliable mycelium, the root structure of mushrooms, and upcycled hemp plants. The thread-like mycelium aids decomposition by breaking down biological matter, and it biodegrades within 45 days. Made by Dutch company Loop Biotech, the coffins can be grown in just a week, and the eco-friendly burials feed the earth as they mix with nutrients from the human decomposition.
This will put a damper on dramatic, exhumed the body reveals in crime shows, though.
Yeah.
But that is also the most drow shit I've heard in my life.
Right.
They're buried in mushrooms. I knew
Yeah.
it was a thing that they were looking into, but I didn't but knowing that they are starting putting it in practice now is a
No,
big.
that's
It's
actually
awesome.
super
No, I do feel
Lots
like
of alternate burials
know-
that aren't ready to be put in practice yet, like being buried in the roots of a tree.
Mm. Like I don't know if it's cultural appropriation to want a Viking funeral, but I kind of wanted that. Now I want that.
Mushroom.
I don't know.
Mushroom.
I don't know that it's appropriate. It's cultural appropriation, considering that they were attempting to give their culture to as many lands as possible, so that they could have trade.
I mean, yes, but like,
Yeah, I don't think you can appropriate Viking culture.
No, they were giving it away.
Also, it's
right.
not something anybody has anymore.
Yeah, there aren't any Vikings left.
Yeah, or Nordic culture, I guess, at that in modern day, but also
Yeah, but
I'm
that's a
too white
wildly
to
different thing than Viking culture.
I'm too white to know the difference.
They're white too.
They're white too.
I know.
Anyway,
They're
I'm just
very
saying.
white.
Anyways,
Look, I have to check. I'm British.
Well, speaking
That's
of white, I
fair.
guess
Fucking rude.
previously in the Hoenn region, the group proceeded to a location within the halls of the magma hideout known to the team members as the Terminal, a form of way station that is made up of an absurd amount of secret bases stuck to a single concrete pole. They managed to get Aui's two friends out before being accosted by an individual who referred to the escapees as Courtney's property. Said individual was quickly dispatched by the group, at which point Oswilus, Slitherwing, and Fluttermane were released and retreated deeper into the halls of the Team Magma hideout. The downed Team Magma member had a singular blue crystal eye that seemed to be keeping them fueled by some means, and the group believes it to be a shard of the original blue orb, an ancient artifact used to summon Kyogre.
You say group,
Uh,
you mean Annabella.
Yeah. According to legend and all that. So we're going to start today's episode with a few of our members racing down the halls of the Team Magma base as fast as they can towards a couple of Paradox Pokemon.
Gotta catch him. Can't let him. Let him loose.
While running, so is hoping that Ramon's hearing aids are on as he yells, "Why are we running?
Pokemon!
That's not an explanation."
Ramon's too busy running.
Is that what I? That's what I think it is, right?
Yup.
What do you think it is?
Telepathically, so she doesn't have to try and talk and run at the same time because she is not a runner.
Yeah, no, neither is Ramon.
Athletics 1d6. Pokemon that were brought from a different time period, these are not publicly known. Or not commonly publicly known.
Have I ever heard of Pokemon being brought from another time period?
I need an athletics check from both Ramon and Annabella, and I need a Pokemon education check or an occult education check from Cell.
I love that So doesn't have to make it because we all know he can do it.
Yeah.
Oh, you two are running and...
Yeah, do you remember that thing I just said about having a 1d6 in this?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, you know what?
Gotta love that one.
Yeah, I'll let you do acrobatics.
Yes.
Do you want me to make an athletics check? Because I'm also running, but
I'll stick with my one. It's fun.
Everyone knows you can run.
I technically have a better acrobatics, but
sure, go ahead and give me an athletics check.
One makes for a good story.
I could always roll for it.
Okay, so Annabella, you're trying your best. I guess.
She's trying.
She's trying. You and Ramon are running as fast as you can. So is jogging.
He doesn't need to run as fast as he can.
Annabella, can't you hover?
I can, but I'm... She focuses and yeah, she'll start hovering, but she didn't really want to show that super publicly.
So I was just thinking, if you want to run and your legs are bad, use your magic.
Yeah, but like,
And now So can just grab her hand and pull her along like a balloon.
I hate that you can do that. It's very funny.
Well,
I think you see Reginald kind of keeping up the back of the pack. Tears just openly streaming down his face as he's holding his Zora. I think he goes like, yeah, good, Palkia, use transform. It's the last thing they'll expect.
I think he's having a mental breakdown.
I'll be right next to him. Put my hand on his shoulder as we're running. I'm like, dude, give up the ghost. And then and then I move ahead.
You all come into a dead end, basically.
Yes, but are the Pokemon here?
Yes. They have cornered themselves in a if you didn't know any better, you would say this was a cell block. Just without cells. Big open space, mezzanine catwalk, multiple stories, with just doors and secret base handles shoved into the walls every so often.
What am I getting off the aura of the Pokemon that we have been chasing?
Well, the first thing you notice is that it is wildly different than any other aura you've seen from any other Pokemon.
Oh, also I
did
get an 18 on my occult education check.
You did. There are, and people who know Paldea better than me, feel free to correct me. There are Pokemon that are not widely known that are discussed to have been potentials from the past and future.
Yeah. Not fully researched because it's super dangerous.
Yeah. And there is some experimentation and exploration going on about that in the Paldea region, but not a lot has come out publicly about it.
Yes.
Like
Sutter and Turo tried to keep it a little secret.
I feel like I got at some point like a notice came through looking for volunteer rangers to go to Paldea to do work that wasn't really being explained very well, and that's the full amount of where I got that information from.
Yeah.
Yeah. The area, the crater is only available to champion rank trainers in Paldea, which is why it's super unknown.
Anyways.
So yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the aura of the Paradox Pokemon.
It is wild and unstable. It blinks on and off repeatedly, which doesn't happen or it doesn't just go away because it is the energy of living beings. So for that to like flicker away constantly tells you potentially dead, but like not. And you remember the phrase paradox Pokemon.
Yeah.
And that is what comes up is in that starts going in your head is, oh, they are not supposed to exist. So what's their aura supposed to be?
Gotcha.
I plan on just like full out just catching this Pokemon because it needs to be contained.
Yeah.
So I can attack it first or just throw a ball or but it needs containment, and so we're not playing around.
Let me try to calm them down and it'll be easier. So we'll say as he holds up his capture styler.
As Ramon gets ready with a great ball. And then
Anna also has a great ball in one hand, but she's also clasping her necklace in the other. Clearly setting up for something herself.
So
Reginald says, I learned this in the Safari Zone, and he's holding up a rock.
Very good. But also, where did you get that?
It's a premium experience.
So your styler.
So yeah.
Let me go. It's not that expensive.
Just flick out the spinning top for the styler and send it the mesmerizing line around them, trying to help them come to a more like calm, less panic and runaway state. It's an intuition
the roll for that?
Basically, I use my intuition instead of charm to help reduce their their hostility. Blam. Well, blam. So 15.
15.
15
They
on
go from
5d6. Wow.
fairly aggressive looking to guarded.
Trying to think of what else. Like I could try to talk to him with my aura, but I don't know. I don't know how interfacing with that aura is going to do. But that's so's not a thinker. So he's gonna.
I mean, speaking of talking,
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can connect with them aura to aura.
Which one?
There are 3. You said
There's
Oh,
2.
oh,
Well,
there-
there's 3. There's a
Oh,
Xylos, a Fluttermane, and a Slitherwing.
But only 2 of them are the paradox ones.
yeah, that's why this is normal.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember which ones are
Annabella
which.
seems kind of focused on the Fluttermane, if that helps any.
And Ramon's going for the Slitherwing.
I'm gonna connect to the Fluttermane. Looks like it might be able to communicate better, so I'll try to connect to the Fluttermane.
Okay. You reach out with that special connection to aura that you have. Give me an intuition roll.
Yeah. 18 this time.
18. It feels alien. And it's flickering. But it is an established connection. But you get because words aren't really communicated, it's emotions that are communicated via aura, correct?
I mean, I can communicate as if I was talking with them with aura
Okay.
pulse.
Okay.
It's not words, but it functions like words.
Complex enough emotions and pictures that it's effectively communication.
I'm just gonna go. We're not here to hurt you. We're here to help, but there's something odd with your aura.
You know that effect in movies where they overlay a bunch of voices over top of each other for one voice?
The demon possession voice.
Yes, yeah, the stock standard demon possession voice. You get that back, but with the base voice being small child.
Yeah.
Of we're not supposed to exist, I think. Or we are. What timeline is this?
The normal one?
Incorrect.
I'm not the person you need to talk to in that particular regard. That would be that one. I say, pointing towards Annabella.
She sees the point and just kind of goes to, "Can you understand me?" Because she can just talk to ghost types. And
Again, that
openly out loud.
Again, that same demonic voice. For you, because you're just hearing her, because she just talks at you.
Everyone else is hearing Fluttermane, Fluttermane, Fluttermane.
Yep. You are hearing it.
Esque noises.
It's like you're hearing it everywhere. Not in the same way that you hear telepathy everywhere, but like
the sound is coming from multiple places at once.
Yes, the sound's coming from multiple places at once, and every time it talks, it feels like it's somewhere else. Yes, I can understand you.
Oh, wonderful. I don't know what you said to my companion here, but we're You can't get you out of here.
Oh.
I mean, if you would. And she just kind of motions with the great bowl in her hand. If you would come with us. And your friends.
Her eyes sort of sweep over the group.
Murasame
Are
is
you
hovering on my back if it matters at all for her.
are you confident?
I. Great question. I don't know if Fluttermane has a way of sensing like any kind of psychic ability, but confidence is not something Annabella generally has. But she's focused right now. I believe that you would be better not under their control. I might be able to get you back to your home, or back to Paldea, maybe, if that's what you want.
It
Or
kind
you
of
can
like
explore. That's
bobs in the air happily when you mention Paldea.
Or you can explore with me. That's your choice.
Go ahead and roll me a capture check.
Okay. I
Um,
don't.
After,
Oh yeah.
I just rolled a great ball, right?
it's a
Yeah.
it is a D20
Yeah, but the Pokeball,
minus.
like rolling on the Pokeball thing, like does that automatically, right?
Yeah.
It does when you're targeting a Pokemon.
Right.
I don't know if it'll
Allow
just roll
me
flat.
allow me to drop these two on to the map.
Yeah, after
I forgot how big Slithering was.
after
Oh.
passing the Fluttermane off to Annabella, I would have gone to start trying to calm down the Slitherwing in a much more projecting calm rather than trying to talk them down.
Give me another intuition check.
The
Slitherwing doesn't happen to be a fighting type, does it?
I think
That's
it's broke
Oh,
out.
cool.
it is. It is.
It is a fighting type.
So I would get my
Bug
+2
fighting.
for elemental connection.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think it broke out, sadly.
it did. Yeah. I am going to, you know what? Regardless, we're gonna
It broke
because
out
of
only
story
if it
things.
chooses to.
Yeah.
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 I can A comes first, Julia. Do you want this in your party or do you need it to go to the box?
Party, because more impressive threat, and we're going to put. I love you, seriously, but your type combo. Your same type combo. Cersei's going in the box.
Which one's
Okay.
going in the box?
Mickey.
Mimikyu? Okay.
Let me make sure that we configure ownership to okay, cool. So the Fluttermane disappears from the room, which just leaves the gigantic fire moth.
And
Yeah.
the Dwalis.
Fighting
I will-
moth.
Xylus.
Yes, I will say she does immediately
Yes,
try to
fighting
back out
moth.
to continue talking.
But yeah, so I don't 14 on my intuition check to try to help the Slitherwing calm down.
Oh yeah, it has taken to the like bug crouch where all they pull their legs in close and is just watching.
So then out loud I'll go. Okay, so the paradox, the ones from Paldea, their auras are weird, but the Slitherwing is calm now, or rather, the big bug is calm now.
find. I'm trying to find how to roll the great ball.
Target the Pokemon, and then
Yes.
you see the little bar at the bottom right corner?
I don't have a bar at the bottom right corner. It's gone.
That's gone again?
Select yourself.
Yeah, I did that.
Okay.
You can do it from the inventory. You just roll the Pokeball while targeting it.
Yeah. It won't roll it. Oh wait, there it is. Okay.
That'll hit.
And
Oh.
and it captured.
Yep, that's the animation play for funsies. I love this animation.
Jesus Christ.
What are you Jesus Christing?
Just the negative 16 on the roll.
Yeah, capture specialist.
Yep,
It took
capture.
me a second to realize that was a good thing.
Yes, you want to roll low.
Yep. And
yeah, actually, yeah. Did you get your capture specialist right or no?
No.
No, right. Why did I think you were capture specialist?
Because I do
That's
Pokeballs.
why. Yeah. Yeah, you just rolled really low.
I just build them. I don't.
Yeah. Fair.
I don't specialize in using them. I just did good.
Fair. Yeah, you just rolled really low.
There is still the Zweilous if people would like.
Does anybody?
I got mine.
Zweilous?
Better question. Anyone a future Hydreigon?
Correct.
I mean, I could go for one. I could.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
What's the? Sorry, could you tell me how do I make the roll?
So if you highlight over the Zweilous and click T, and then you open, it should open a little thing down at the bottom.
Or you
Fine thing.
You can go into your inventory if you've got any Pokeballs or Great Balls in your inventory, and
then you click the picture of the Pokeball that you want.
I don't think I have anything in my inventory.
Oh.
Yeah, I realized I also forgot to spend my starting.
We assume
We
that
can-
we have a couple Pokeballs.
We can assume that you guys each at least have 10 Pokeballs. And at this point, I will also say 5 Great Balls.
I will throw them into your inventory for you real quick.
Thank you for handling that.
Yeah. Reginald. Start with Reginald since you're about to throw some stuff.
Yeah.
Annabella
but also you're
and...
going to be inundated with Pokeballs, don't worry.
Yes, Ramon now has
Basic ball.
the Slitherwing in. Do you want that in party or box?
Party. We'll replace
Okay.
Crocolore.
You said how many of each did you say? 10 basic
10
balls.
10 regular and 5 great.
There. All right. So if you look in your inventory in the Pokeball section, or if you click on yourself on your token on the map, you should see and hit the bag icon. You should see your Great Balls and Basic Balls.
Reginald bag icon.
And if it's not there, you can just go into your
Oh,
character sheet.
okay, yeah, I see. Yeah, Great Ball, Basic Ball.
Yep, and just click on the Great Ball.
Or whichever one you want, but Great Ball will be better.
Yeah.
Obviously.
The picture of it.
Yeah, it seems. Yeah, I think Reginald will just he'll approach, keeping his distance for the most part, just kind of very timidly holding the Pokeball in his hands. Any experienced trainer here can immediately tell he's never done this before. And I think he gets down on the ground and sets it there like he's setting down like a piece of cheese for a mouse.
Roll it like a child with a bowling ball.
And then he just kind of, he's just gonna.
It missed, so it doesn't.
It went right by the Zweilous, which I would say watched it, but they're blind.
Yeah,
You have
That looked like a success.
Well, no,
That's
even more.
rolled to catch, even though he missed.
Yeah, the first one was
Oh.
yeah, the actual
Oh, okay.
So
I
seeing that, so we'll face
It
palm
went right between his legs.
Yep.
and then go. You throw it at them, Reginald.
You hear Reginald just kind of pleading with the. He's like, listen, I just need this to the Pokemon. He's like, please, I need this right now. You don't understand.
Roll me charm.
Oh, can I try to charm?
Yeah. Roll me charm. I think begging counts as charm.
It better for this character. I'll get a lot of mileage out of that.
Things that also qualify as charm. Sniveling. Holy shit.
That's the highest roll we've seen on a skill check.
Damn.
Yeah, so with
pathetic, which is very funny.
31.
Yeah, you want him to be pathetic. He'll nail that.
Is it full on like tears and snot and everything?
Yeah, I think hang on. I think I have a
how Usopp do you get?
That's why this is real.
Yeah, 100% just big anime tears.
Just do the full Usopp.
The eyes that look like fried eggs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ghibli tears pouring down. He's just like, day. Everyone else here got one. Mom, everyone else has one. And he'll throw the great ball again. I promise I'll take care of you if you just get in the Pokeball.
Annabella just kind of instinctively turns around from secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah, no, like this is hard to watch.
So it's full on face palming.
Julia did Annabella's exact motion. Just
Ramon is staring, but as soon as he realizes he's staring, once the Pokeball hits the Xylus, he's gonna turn around.
Yeah, where did Xylus go on the map? Trying to click and
no, you technically caught it, so it disappeared. But...
Oh, did it? I still see it.
Yeah, because he rolled to catch, and he succeeded.
The actual
even
capture
though he
check.
didn't hit it, and so the Pokemon went away.
Yeah.
Because it's still there, and you're still targeting it. So you just
it's not still there. It's there again.
No, it never left. I promise you.
On our
watching
our screen, it never left.
On everybody else's screen, it left.
Huh.
Yeah,
everybody else's screen, it was caught.
There we go.
That'll hit.
Yeah, but
or no, it won't. No, that is also a miss.
No, it hit, but it failed to capture this time.
No, if the 11 was a miss, then it doesn't matter.
The 11 was a hit. The 11 was a hit. The 18 was a miss.
The 18's a miss.
Because to hit, you roll above. To capture, you roll below.
But the DM had us do the charm check, so that second roll might not even be relevant.
It is, in fact, you are. Do you want this in your party or your box? Because of the charm roll. Because this Xylus is like
pities you.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, this poor man needs me.
Oh, it's stupid and it's gonna die on its own.
Yeah, I'll definitely add him to my party.
Who are you boxing?
We're going to box Meowth.
I was filming this, and at some point during that exchange, I turned off the record. I just couldn't.
This one got
things
deleted.
do not need to go on TikTok.
You must never see the light of day.
I have documented the entirety of our expedition, except for the last 2 minutes, because no one wants to see that.
Like, we're gonna take that out.
Black screen, white text. Footage missing.
Great. Doesn't even stop to consider blackmail. Just get rid of it.
Yeah. It's
too pathetic.
It must not exist.
Everybody purge this from their memory banks as thoroughly as possible while
okay. You might have to.
You see, it like you see a little Pokeball like snap back into his hand. He like turns around. He's got this big, absolute like 3-year-old grin on his face. He's like, "Guys, I did it!"
Ramon's gonna give you a giant thumbs up.
I did it.
So Juliet,
perception checks from everyone.
Juliet, just to confirm, because we talked about. So I think Ryoko is outside the secret base, like guarding the library.
Yes.
rather than in here with us. Yeah, that way we didn't just forget that they were here.
I need perception checks from everyone.
Or
Whoops. I might have over. Oh wait, no, I did roll only once. That's
any
good.
failure is just being distracted by
Yeah,
these
Annabella is too
pointless
busy
facts.
cringe. Annabella is too busy being cringe. Being cringe. Wow, cringing.
8.
Oh, wait.
Okay, so
I got an 18.
Gray and Reginald. And if Gray and Reginald will hear it first. The DC was very low. Cresselia, and it occurs to you all that Cresselia and Darkrai have been missing for a minute. And
Hey,
this only
it occurred
occurs
to me
as
that
the two
Cresselia
of
and
them
Darkrai have been missing for a minute.
the two of them waltz into the cell block you guys are currently in. Cresselia is skipping.
I feel like
Reginald will check to see if her hair's messed up.
Pristine.
Did
Okay.
something go well?
Oh, very, very badly.
I mean, we ran into a few other magma grunts that we kind of may have. Well, and she'll look at Darkrai, who will just sigh. We threw several of them into different secret bases randomly.
that's great. We do have a mission, by the way. If we're done.
Yes. Getting out as quickly as possible would be best.
Well, right now
Yes.
we're still there are 2 more people we need to find.
So which one of these were we trying to go in? Which two?
Because the other 2 were still with us. They were going to point us to the right one, and then we were going to go through it. So we need to go back because we got interrupted from that by the attack.
Can we find our way back?
Yeah.
Or are we lost?
That's a good question because I just started running after you.
You all did just start running.
Annabella should be able to sense the psychic residue from the guy we fought. Should be able to track her way back from there. So we can track to the last place we knew we were.
Yeah, I will say it will take you a few minutes, but you all can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like there's definitely a point where you guys come to a T section and are just like
Anna's
left.
Anna's necklace kind of just tilts one direction as she focuses on that residue.
While we're making
Leave them alone.
While we're making our way back to Annabella. All right. So what was that gem that came out of the dude's head?
How much do you know about Hoenn legendary folklore?
How much do I know? Let's find out.
Roll me occult education. Anybody who wants to can roll occult education.
Yeah, she's not
for this.
hiding this
Ooh,
information.
This is one of my strong points. I'll roll.
18.
18. Yeah.
The only education that I have.
27.
Yeah, I think you recognize it without even Annabella saying.
The extent of my knowledge is what I know from being on Moss Deep at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I know Groudon bad, Kyogre bad, Rayquaza stopped both of them.
Big Sky, powerful.
Yeah.
So we'll just go. I mean, I know the basics.
But So and Gray, there you know about the orbs.
Yeah.
Because Team Magma used the red orb to revive Groudon in this timeline.
Yeah.
So
Right,
it goes to it goes to without saying that there would also potentially be one for the other legendary of the region.
Yeah. So we know the basic stuff is what we're running.
Yeah. This is the orb that would theoretically summon Kyogre? Or at least part of it?
like the red orb that they used for Groudon.
The counterpart.
I don't want to do that.
Why would stick it in the guy's head?
That is a wonderful question. Also, why is it broken?
I'll look over to the legendaries that are accompanying us. Do you have any idea why they would stick a piece of Kyogre's orb in someone's head?
Powerful artifacts contain powerful magics. If I were to guess, it's a way to control and reanimate. Because and it's about this time you guys walk back into the terminal where half of the fallen figure has just crumpled into dust.
Are our erstwhile companions okay here?
Okay is a relative term.
They are not currently under attack, and they are
not under duress, and they are uninjured.
good.
They are both sort of huddled in a corner because a dude just turned into ash.
That's upsetting.
But
I'm gonna turn to them and ask which one, and start very carefully going to open it, because we've determined that this whole tower is fragile.
Yeah. They will. It'll take a couple of like. They will tell you that they've been moving secret bases around on here. But after a couple of minutes, they do find the exact one you guys need to go to. They will point out three different specific locations. The three bases on Owen.
Okay. All right. Can you guys get to the library exit from this one?
Yeah.
All right. Once you get out into the library, there's going to be a ranger waiting there named Ryoko. Let her know that you're the people that you are two of the people that we came for. They're gonna get. Let them know that you're two of the people we came for. They're gonna get you someplace safe,
Alternatively, find Tate and Liza.
which I assume will be with Tate and Liza.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. And they reach down to one of the lower secret base doors and just pop that open and go through.
Annabella makes a mental note.
Yeah, note where that one is.
Correct.
Phone will just mark it with a marker.
Fair. All right. Well,
I was just gonna take a photograph.
eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Yeah. All of these work.
Should I make a roll to open it safely, or can I do that?
You can open it safely.
Okay. I'll just pick one and open it.
Whoever wants to can roll me a d6.
I'll do it.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're opening it. One of the three.
Okay,
Door number
you
3.
pick door number 3. As you guys go through this, you come out into another a very similar styled room, 4 walls and 4 exits. It very much just looks, this is the definition of a crossways in here. Again, the same slate gray concrete walls.
Just scanning for aura, trying to find the nearest concentration of magma people, and if any of them have a bomb outline.
The closest that you can just sort of pick up on is directly to the north.
All right. Are they too far away to get details, or what?
Yeah, you just get you know that there's life that way.
Okay.
There's life all around you, but that's like the greatest concentration.
All right. So so we'll take a moment, center himself that way, and start. If there's a door that way, start leading the way.
Yep. They're not so much doors as in 4 different hallways.
Fair. Hallways then.
After proceeding a good bit of a walk. You guys walk through what are fairly obvious to you after a moment, a concentration of dormitories. And you are once again greeted with another lounge-style group room where there are a number of individuals set up fairly the same way. Instead of a pool table, there is 2 card tables and a jukebox in the back corner.
On the way there, before we actually get to where there are Team Magma people, just to Annabella, hey, can you be listening to my thoughts?
In your head, no hesitation. Absolutely.
Thank you. And yeah, scan the auras in the room.
There are about 10 people in the room. It seems like 2 games of 4 people playing some type of card game and 2 other individuals in the far corner just talking.
Any of them have the bomb outline?
No.
Okay. Then mentally, I will think as loud as possible. Not here. And is there any other concentration of auras in this space, or would we need to go to another? Would we need to go back and transfer?
Further in.
Further.
Like this hallway continues.
Okay. Then yeah.
Past this area.
Continuing on then, deeper in.
And you find a cafeteria, and there are a number of individuals who are sat around a table. It looks like some sort of late night just snacking group. Both of the individuals with the bomb outline are in this group.
Okay. And then I will think. They're here. And how many people are in the late night snacking group?
There's 6.
Is there space for someone to join them?
Yeah, they're at a long table. There's probably 4 to 6 more seats.
Okay. I want to go just walk in like I own the place, as I have a tendency of doing, and sit down on whatever side of the 2 individuals that have the outline, where the tattoo on my arm would be immediately obvious as soon as I elbows on table.
The conversation stops as everybody sort of looks at you, and you see the 2 gentlemen with the bomb outline. Everybody is in their Team Magma uniforms. But you see them both sort of look at your arm, look up at your face, and then look back at your arm, and then look back to the group. Like they're sort of registering it without announcing it.
Everyone's
seen what they are intended to see.
Everyone's quiet. Let a beat of silence go and just go. We'll carry on.
The conversation is currently about league hopefuls. You're hearing a few trainer names you've never heard before be thrown about as people who are going to go against the Hoenn League in the next round of fights in the coming at the end of the month.
Do I know? Looking at the 2, do I recognize them at all?
Oh yeah, these are 2 of your sister's friends.
Okay, so I do recognize them. All right. So yeah, using Aura Pulse one at a time, communicating initially with "don't react," which I know means they're going to react, but
well, that you already primed them to not react to shit with the tattoo.
Yeah. I'm here to get you out. Aoi and the other 2 are already out. But we have to do a bit of maintenance before we can leave.
There's no direct response.
After getting that message to both of them, I'm going to one of to the first one, go, if there's a place where a handful of us can gather without raising attention and without being around other Team Magma people, stand up and start walking there.
Yes, Jack.
While this is going on, to distract everybody else at the table, Ramon is going to sit down and start participating in the conversation. I have established that Ramon is a tabloid reader. Does he recognize any of these trainer names that are league hopefuls?
Oh yeah, there's a trainer coming up who specializes in ice type Pokemon known as Elise Marie, who is hoping to make a big splash, as well as a ghost type trainer who's going by the moniker of Silver, in homage to some of the older individuals in Pokemon history. And the final hopeful that everybody is sort of rooting for is a gentleman by the name of Brutus, who is a fighting and psychic type trainer who routinely has been known to do training exercises amongst his team, pitting fighting type against psychic type to get them strengthened against each other. Not that that works, but
I'm sure I have plenty of genuine opinions about this. Like, his training regimen is shite, and he's gonna wash out the first Elite Four he comes across. And it's honestly a miracle he hasn't people that I can shit talk, other people that I can be like, no, nobody thinks she can do it. But ice types are good at offense or whatever. And I'm just going to be involved in this fight so that they're busy thinking about something else and not and I don't think it's hard because Ramon has genuine opinions about these
yeah. You are about like halfway through your first refutation of the training exercises done by Brutus. You're slid a bag of chips. And
I'm gonna stay here until I see So out the door telling us we're ready to go.
I was gonna say, if you are trying to make a distraction, sitting down at a table of Pokemon nerds and going, ice type's actually pretty good, is a good way to get everybody to to fight over what you're saying.
Underestimating her ice types.
One of the gentlemen.
His entire team is very clearly just a setup because he fucking likes the Pokemon Gallade.
Okay, but valid though.
One of the gentlemen stands and heads to you ask them to head exactly where again?
A place where a small handful of us can gather without drawing attention, basically. And in private.
Yeah. So he stands up and starts walking out of the room.
And the other one will also get a message saying to follow him, basically.
Okay.
And then I will.
He sort of goes, well, that was weird. I'm gonna go check on him. You're full of shit. And he just leaves.
And then I will think at Annabella. Follow those two with Cresselia and Darkrai.
So as she starts walking out, just in his head, I don't want to hear any more positive opinions about Brutus anyway. Like, just casually admitting that she actually does pay attention. For one reason, and one reason only. There is a ghost type Elite Four in Helen, and she is absolutely simping for her.
Noted.
After they have all
oh no, you're about to have PB show up.
Giving enough space for them to have at least gotten out and around a corner. So we'll just stand up and head out to follow.
You're given a few like a few goodbyes, but
I'm definitely trying to do the So is definitely trying to present himself as the like not executive officer, but like the muscle right below them attitude with the torn off sleeves and everything. So
Don't think about me too hard. It's above your pay grade.
yeah,
It's a bad idea. You guys are eventually
Frankly,
led. Yeah. You guys are eventually led to a small meeting room. With 2 tables, about 10 chairs, and a desk at the front.
and I will repeat the explanation that I gave to the first group of what's going on, what we're doing, what needs to be done, and then who's going to do it.
Okay, so small time skip.
Yep.
Okay, so all right, we can do that. Yeah, let's get headed to the terminal.
Well, so is this kind of time sync including the bombs being removed?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because Cresselia and Darkrai had to remove the bombs first.
Yes. That thank you. Yes, that is a thing that also happens.
With Ace, since Annabella is in the room with Cresselia, Annabella will, while this is happening, ask if it would be possible to be taught this technique, because she would like to be able to help these people without having legendary intervention. Like, not to bother the legendaries more.
I would also like to ask this question.
Okay. Interesting. I haven't been asked to give a demonstration of my abilities in an academic sense before.
I mean, I can probably pick it up from practical, but I just don't want to keep bothering you every time we have to do this.
No, I understand. Yeah, so she'll go through the motions of explaining how she manipulates the energy, what she's looking for, the ins and out of detangling the psychic energy. It's a lot of very complex, high end, like theoretical stuff that she's talking about for the most part. And then once she gives her long-winded explanation, she has you do hands-on, like, hey, this is how it's done.
Yeah.
I could open a notes app on my device, but I've definitely taken out a notebook.
Yeah. Annabella's trying to follow as, like, just mentally, but, like, she doesn't, because her powers are just kind of a thing she's gained, she doesn't really understand the academic side of things of it.
Yeah,
but
of
she's
course.
absolutely trying to follow the practical.
Give me a focus roll, please.
Cool. I am good at that.
21.
Eric,
As she's
May I make a less good roll?
Yeah. You can also make a focus roll.
Well, if you're
all right, it's not gonna be good.
If you're coming at it from the perspective of like a channeler.
Oh yeah, you should be doing an intuition roll.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
I'm somewhat better at that.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
It might be my best thing. 27.
So between the 3 of you, her fingers don't turn black. Neither do any of yours. But you all hear and see the dismantling of the bomb in a weird way through the energy you've manipulated. Huh. Well, teamwork makes the dream work.
Well, that's useful.
Usually Celia's work makes the dream work. But Ramon's not there to make the joke, so.
Darkrai also makes the dream work, just differently.
Just different kinds of dream. Yeah.
I'm over the moon right now because I'm normally up until meeting this group, I've been the guy who arrived right after the legendaries left.
And now you're doing work with the legendary.
Now I'm doing work with the legendary. You just see like maybe a tear from below my sunglasses.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that that's done, we're good to go, right?
Did they get? Was that both of them? That was.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, we can head out now.
And you guys were sure you weren't followed, weren't anything like that?
I mean, we'll find out.
Is there a way we should try to check?
That
Well, I mean,
I've been
more
Yeah,
be
I mean,
So's expertise.
I've been actively monitoring life signs around us, and no one has been following unless they're
Anna's
able
been
to
trying
hide their
to-
aura.
So you did check. Okay.
Yeah, Anna's also
Yeah.
tuning for Courtney's psychic residue frequency, just in case, just kind of off and on every now and again.
But
sounds like we've got this unlocked, but also, yeah, Reginald
yeah,
has
I can
been
track
here for the
specific-
past.
Yeah, I can track specific people. Not
give
general.
me a focus roll, please, Annabella.
but yeah, if someone's able to hide their life signs and hide their aura, then no, I wouldn't be able to sense them.
24.
There is just after you dismantle the second bomb, you send out a tendril looking, feeling, probing for the familiar alien psychic energy that comes off of Courtney, and you feel it.
Do I get a distance or a location? It's Witch Hunter is the thing I'm looking at, I think, yes. It's psionic, gives me psionic sight, right. You're able to visibly see... Okay, I can't track them, it looks like. No, I can't, or I can't follow that. I don't have a direction or anything, but
No, you just...
I know she's around.
Yep, you tune into the feeling.
Just...
I was hoping she doesn't corner a
mentally-
road again.
Just kind of rapid fire mentally to everybody. Courtney's nearby.
Right.
You need line of sight, right?
To sense Courtney's psychic residue?
No,
No, to
telepathy.
alert people.
Yeah. She like as they're
'cause-
picking up the group, basically rounding up.
Because
Yeah, but
Ramon's not
Ramon
in
is
the room.
a different room.
Yeah. Anna would try to round people up, basically.
So once we get back to the cafeteria, letting Ramon know, and also that it's time to go.
Yeah.
So yeah. So then, all right, let's move.
Ramon, you have had two people walk out of this conversation.
That's okay.
Like two people were tired of your bullshit and left the entirety of the conversation. But you do after
Got very heated about my opinion.
after
Because I
about
know I'm
10
right.
minutes on your soapbox, you get the message that you are it's time for evacuation.
I have not eaten the bag of chips because I know that these people don't have enough food.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna leave it behind when I go.
Reginald is already eating the bag of chips.
I was about to say, Reginald would be chips, right?
Reginald is among the number of starving people here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it
Oh,
actually fair?
yeah.
Actually fair.
Ramon's not gonna eat the food that comes from the starving people.
Yes, but also the starving person should.
Yes.
The first time I'm about to say this about Reginald. Valid.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, yeah,
okay. So
I'm actively monitoring aura of life to make sure that a particularly malevolent aura doesn't suddenly start running towards us.
If once we are in, sorry, go ahead.
Ramon is going to walk close to Reginald because we're just going to make sure we're within arm's reach of this man so that he doesn't get lost and scooped up by Courtney again, because he does not. He's been going through a lot. He could use a hand.
I'm just a little guy.
Annabella at some point during the evacuation will just very quickly dip into like a bathroom or a janitor's closet or something, and just very slow, like very quickly let out the guard of wire she was handed. The Titan Liza know we're on our way out, but there might be a concern. Not sure yet. Just be ready.
Not.
And I imagine God of War just teleports out.
Yep.
She will meet up and join with the rest of the group again.
As you guys come into the terminal and the two that you are attempting to rescue start pointing out the secret bases for the different other magma bases.
Yep, we know which exit we're going to, though.
From the end of the far hall to the south, Courtney's psychic signature pops up again.
Let's go.
Exit.
Yeah, Ramon, open a base and go.
Yep. So is the plan going back through the Moss Deep base to the exit?
The exit, we're just gonna take that one real quick. And we won't be in Moss Deep, but we won't be in the secret bases anymore.
Very true.
And then we can get back to Moss Deep a safer way.
Is there one that leads to Lily Cove?
Yes.
Can we take that one?
I'm just trying to get out. I don't know where we're at right now. I just want to be out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there are three. Again, another 3 options.
Well, there was the one that was pointed out to us.
Yes, that one takes us to the exit in Moss Deep.
I assume there's one that goes back to Moss Deep, one that goes to Lily Cove, one that goes somewhere else in Hoenn, and one that leaves.
Why?
Like exits.
So above table. Why would we not go back to Moss Deep? Because that's where our reinforcements are?
Oh, we can do that. I'm just trying to get away from Courtney.
Yeah.
No, fair. And I know how to handle this. So you guys pop into a different secret base, and as soon as you do, you recognize this is not.
Yeah, I was assuming we didn't know which one was which, but if they knew which one was out, then that was better than maybe this one goes back to Moss Deep.
Yeah, we
know.
Thinking.
Yeah, you guys do exit into the open air, the open night of Lily Cove.
Okay.
As you guys have stepped out of the side of the museum.
Let's put us all on the Hoenn map so you know where the fuck we are.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm operating under the assumption that we didn't know which one was back to Moss Deep.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
I'm a little confused because I'm remembering that the terminal that we were at was in the Moss Deep one.
So
yes, we went through a secret base to get to a different terminal in a different one.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Because there is a secondary terminal set up in each of the bases to go to different bases.
We took the exit out of that one that led us into Lily Cove.
Okay. Gotcha. That's
because we didn't necessarily know which one. We knew which ones were within Hoenn.
Yeah.
But it was a roll of the dice to get to Lily Cove in the first place.
Okay. So yeah, as soon as we're out, I will immediately phone Ryoko on my Rotom phone while out loud going, all right, let's get away from here as far as possible.
Ramon is headed to the Jennies.
Yeah. Annabella recognizes this almost immediately. Oh, this is Lily Cove.
Are we good? Do I need to fly us away?
No, I live here.
Oh.
I live here. Bye.
No. She's guiding them to like
No,
she
I
will,
know. It's just
yeah. It would be very funny.
Oh, good. Which mansion is yours?
I would like to apologize in advance that my place is not exactly a mansion.
It
Um,
should have been
Like a summer home type deal. I get it.
no, live. Well, I do have
Just lead the
I do
way.
have 2 homes in different regions, but that's because my parents have labs in different regions.
Jack. What did you say?
that we should go to the Jennies.
Yes.
Yeah, Annabella will point out the direction for the Jennies, and she will lead the rest to her
I think
lab
we
and home
We should all stick together.
because same building.
Yeah, because we might still have Courtney on our tail.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, no, we'll go straight for the Ranger base and the Jennies then.
Yep. You guys, Annabella leads you to a small building. It is a police shack would be best. It's a smaller building. But you go inside and you see there's a Jenny at the desk, and behind that you see 2 rangers that are just propped up, sitting crisscross applesauce on foldable tables, talking to another pair of Jennies in the background.
Have I been able to get a hold of Ryoko?
Yes, at this point, your phone clicks through. Hey,
Hey,
how's it going?
pretty good. We had to exfil from a different secret base. We ended up in Lily Cove with the other 2.
Okay.
We're
What do you want us? What are your steps?
we just got to the Lily Cove PD and Ranger Station. You want to get the other if you can think of a better way to get the other 2 out of Hoenn quicker than getting them over to Lily Cove, follow your initiative. Otherwise, we just need to get these 4 away, and then we can proceed with. I don't know what's next, but
You said you're in the police station in Lily Cove.
Yep.
You hear them cover the or the you hear the muting of the rotom for just a few seconds, and then okay, that should be handled if you want to get them to us.
All right. Liza and Tate were also made aware of our operation. They should be on campus somewhere.
Yeah, they're not too far away.
All right. Sorry. They said if you want to get them to us,
The Rangers, I would assume.
Is that indicating just leaving them with the Rangers here, or what?
Funny you should ask, because the door opens behind you, and Liza steps through.
That makes sense.
Oh, there we go. Got it. I say it now.
Hi.
Hi.
These are 2 escapees.
Yep.
I mean, our 2 friends who need a lift.
Yes. Back to Hoenn. Or sorry, back to Sinnoh.
Back to Sinnoh. Okay.
I'll look at the 2 of them. I was like, when you get back, go to the Kiseki family, tell them what's going on. They'll protect you.
You're sure she won't be able to find us again?
Tell them I sent you. And if they do find you, she'll have to fight her way through my dad and the rest of my clan. And I don't know if that's a number of losses she's willing to take.
I don't think we're that important.
Let's reach over and like, I'm assuming that these 2 are shorter than me.
Oh yeah.
Reach over and like ruffle their hair, and just go, because they're also Diamond Clan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Every part of the Diamond Clan is important.
Can we, before they go, can we get, do they know where the 3rd secret base is in Hoenn? Because we've identified there's 3 within Hoenn.
Moss Deep, Lily Cove.
One of
and
them is in
somewhere else.
Moss Deep, one of them is in Lily Cove. Do
I'm-
they know where the other one is?
Yeah.
Rustboro.
Rustboro.
Makes sense.
Yeah, where in
Do
Westboro?
they have leads as to where in Rustboro? Because we've seen the location for the other 2. If they don't, that's fine.
It's at the back of the Pokemon Center.
Outside or inside?
Ramon wants to gather that information before.
Outside.
Alright.
You have to go through like some bushes, and it's very pokey and painful, but it's there. Ramon, that ticks something in your brain.
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay.
There's a particular accident that occurred in Rustboro that Ramon was already on high alert for.
Tate introduces herself to the 2 gentlemen and informs them that her Gardevoir is going to be assisting in taking them back to Moss Deep so that we can get you on a boat back to Sinnoh. And she leads the 2 of them out. As the doors open, you guys see the Gardevoir standing in the night air, just sort of looking into the sky. And the doors close. And the Jenny behind the desk sort of goes, "So what am I helping with?"
Right. I was just begin to update them and the Rangers with what's going on.
And that is where we will take our break. Remember, when we take our break, you take your break. So stand up, stretch your legs, move around, do whatever you need to do, and we will be back in just a few minutes after these commercial messages.
And we're back. A dinosaur story.
Tyrantrum story. Alrighty, so you guys are in Lily Cove, at the Rangers base.
I wanna point out, by the way, that the entire time everything was happening with Reginald just doing the full Usopp crying scene.
Yeah.
Jordan's background was a Machoke staring at you with a slightly concerned look and the word elaborate on the other side of you.
Yeah, no, I see nothing wrong here.
Yeah, totally normal image.
I do think as we're making our way like back to town, back to safety, I think Reginald will find a moment with Ramon, who's been hanging out with him, gave him chips, and he'll look over and just be like, I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do anymore. I'm sure you agree. I thought they'd be really cool. And I was really surprised. It turns out they're kind of dicks. And I spent all my money to get here. I mean, I definitely have lots more. But
very rich, definitely very rich.
But I'm not quite sure what I'm meant to do right now.
I think it might be best if you just stuck around for a little while, just until you figure out what it is that you're doing with yourself.
I didn't want to impose, but that would be really nice. You guys are my best friends.
I'm glad I could be there for you, bud.
Things are being thought but not said by Annabella. She will turn to the Jenny. Do you have any way we could change? I don't really want to go around in this more than I need to. Realizing we're all in Magma uniforms and just walk through the city.
Oh yeah, no. While explaining
to Reginald, it's super awkward, but Reginald does get a hug offered.
While explaining what was happening to the Jennies and the Rangers, so just like fully one hand ripped the top of the magma outfit off. So he's standing there largely in just bare chested with just the pants on, but he no longer looks like a magma member.
Ramon is mid awkward comfort Reginald with a hug, and then so just tears his shirt off, and Ramon just freezes halfway through the hug and stares.
Gay panic.
And then remembers what he was doing.
Realizing yes, we've got to take the... Oh.
I can lead you all to a room to change. I'd like to... We're going to need to get some stories here.
Oh, of course. Just...
Oh, no, I agree. He's sipping his Sinisty, looking at Ramon. He says, what was that all about? We need the stories.
Yes, we should probably explain why we showed up unannounced in Magma uniform.
But yeah,
long story.
Pat on the shoulder, and then Ramon steps away from you.
Oh no, we'll talk later. You can't get away from me.
I look down
at buddy.
Before changing, I look down and I go, I'm looking at how great my thighs look in the Team Magma outfit. I'm like,
shorts. It's just red shorts.
They're comfy and easy to wear.
Semi-stylized. It was just the perfect size. It contoured to my legs so nicely, and now I'm gonna put on these baggy shorts.
Youngsters have all the wisdom.
I mean, yes, they do, as my 5-year-old routinely points out. You can wear the pants minus the top. The top is really what screams I'm a Team Magma agent.
It's just not
gonna.
There's
also a department store in this city.
Not gonna be the right look. No, I'll need to find something else. Baggy shorts for now.
There's a department store in this city.
Yes. Time to go examine a new cut of pants for Gray.
Tempting.
Mhm.
It's
getting
just I
sent to have
didn't
a great
know
set
my
redesign
thighs
many-
looked so good in
Do
clothes like these.
Have anything to change into?
I assume we had like bags.
I
and stuff.
thought I had
Out of
my
the magma base.
So has his ranger outfit in his bag because he just put it in the bag.
I was
Yeah, I
gonna
assume we
say
had bags and stuff.
I thought I had it in my bag, but
I feel like bringing your street clothes with you is a good way to get found out if you get searched.
Good thing we didn't get searched.
So
Okay.
So his solution to that was punching.
punching.
I open a Pokeball and my clothes just come out of it.
Okay, now I will tell you, yes, you can store Pokemon, you can store real world items in Pokeballs. That works. What I will tell you is if you decide to store Pokeballs in Pokeballs, like Matryoshka dolls, they can only go so far before it just breaks down
Oh,
into
I was going to say it's a
sludge.
bag of holding portable hole
Yeah, I was
explosion.
gonna say it opens a portal to the astral plane.
Okay, that just sounds so inconvenient. It's like I want to use one Pokeball, so oh wait, no, you could just use the one on the outside, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. Instead of the astral plane, it's the distortion world.
Yeah.
So visit
Sorry,
Giratina.
Giratina.
Right,
I just feel like I would
That's how
rapidly
you get to
forget.
Ultra Space.
That's how you get to off
Or-
space.
You can store it like a even if you couldn't just store normal clothes in a Pokeball, I think Reginald's solution would be to just like get a Machoke or like a Machop and dress him in like a little sailor uniform, and then just use him as a mannequin. Just dress the Pokemon in your clothes, and then pull it out. Yeah, no, you just Pokeball go, and then it's just like a Gardevoir wearing 18 sweaters, and you just start unpacking.
No, you get a pseudo Wudo and you use them as a
Mercedes
coat
in a
rack.
hoodie.
Yeah, coat rack.
That works. There is an episode of Pokemon where Ash tries to catch a Mankey that stole a rice ball until
You mean
that
a
they were
donut?
eating.
Jelly
It
donut.
was a rice ball, but they did call it a donut in the English translation. And I was like, what the
Jelly donut.
Even as a kid, I'm like, that's
Jelly
not a
donut.
donut, that's rice. So yeah, I was very confused, but still thought it was hilarious. So we know the episode then.
Yes.
Ash throws the Pokeball, Mankey throws the rice ball or the donut, and Ash catches a donut.
Anyways.
So anyway.
So yes, you all
that's a
change,
great point.
and the Jenny and a ranger have pulled you all into sort of a small holding room, and both of them have pad and paper and ask you to recount the night's events.
I do so.
And yes. After you all explain how much is being left out.
I'm not leaving.
Is anything being left out?
I'm not leaving anything out because
They're
I'm
law
a ranger.
enforcement. They'd be able to get the access to the information from the Defense League, right?
I'm letting the ranger take point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily mentioning that I have a large amount of film documentation of what occurred.
Yeah, we don't necessarily have to mention all the legendaries and shit like that. But like we're part of the Defense League, needing to help get people out of the magma base, etc., etc.
Reginald is tattling on every man, woman, and child that he met while he was in that base. He has a full list of like every single person.
So many details that nobody can parse them anymore.
Yeah, 90% of them are irrelevant to the situation.
Yeah, no.
It's all gossip.
So does not.
So Gary was fighting with Johnny over Donna, but what they didn't know is that Donna actually liked Jimmy. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
So doesn't see a reason to hide the involvement of the legendaries, so he doesn't leave anything out.
Fair.
Okay. So after about an hour of explanation and details of everything.
I'm surprised we could get it all in an hour.
It would have been 15 minutes, but Reginald.
That's okay. I'm glad to see that something's being done about this, a better scale than we've been able to do.
There was also a brief rant about Professor Oak and his army.
What?
Ramon is going off about Professor Oak and how he recruited everybody without, he just sort of manipulated everybody into being heroes of the universe without asking anybody if without their consent. And Ramon is real bitter about Professor Oak right now.
I'm wondering how many like government grants he's getting to like do that research that he's just sending 10-year-olds out to do for him.
Ramon will 100% bandwagon this with you. Ramon does not like Professor Oak right now.
Annabella, the researcher in the room, you'd be surprised how little we actually get.
Well, is there anything we can do for you at the time? You did report back to your mentor, right?
Yeah. No, Ryoko's in Moss Deep. Dealing with that. I think we.
Oh, yeah, they're in on it. Okay.
Yeah, we look to the others whether or not they're in here or not, in the room with me or not. Trying to figure out what were we doing right. We need to go to Skypillar. So he'll just go. Can we borrow?
We also need to go to Mount Pyre. We have a certain orb that needs to be returned.
Yeah. Well, no, we have a piece of an orb.
Yes, but my point stands.
Would the blue orb be in Mount
The blue
Pyre?
orb and the red orb were both located at Skypillar. It's Mount Pyre.
Yeah. So I'll go. We need a boat, actually. We've got investigations that we need to do at Mount Pyre and also Skypillar.
So you want a 5-person speedboat?
Yeah.
Best I can do is 6.
That'll work.
Yeah.
Time is it right
Wait. Best I can do.
It's late.
AKA
started at like
easy.
It was
started at like
yeah,
or something.
Yeah, it's like almost 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Wait. I might have misunderstood what you said.
A joke was made and it went over your head.
Yes. Best we can. We needed 5. Best we can do is 6, aka easy enough. Like
Yeah.
I can do that and technically more.
Actually, technically we need 6 because I miscounted, but because Ian is with us too.
Yes, Ian is with us.
So yeah, 6-person speedboat.
Yep,
we can do that.
Doesn't matter. We've got it covered.
I caught it. I just unjoked it accidentally.
Yeah,
that's okay.
It's a talent of mine, I'm afraid.
I can talk with my contact out at the docks first thing in the morning. There are a few rentals we can give you. I think we can overlook some charges for this, considering.
Wonderful.
If we got time, I'd like to take a look at the secret base we came out of before we
I mean, yeah, we've got at least a day, so, or at least
I might be able to take that apart, and if I can, I'd rather do that than leave it where it is.
Can you take it apart without kicking everything that's in it out here? Well, actually, that we don't know because of the weird way they're all stacked on top of each other.
Yeah, it's gonna take some looking at.
Yep.
But honestly, even if I kick everything out, that might not necessarily be a bad thing. I just need to know it was going to happen before I did it.
And we need to make sure that you had somebody there with you to keep an eye on.
Well, we got all the. I could tell all the Jennies that I'm.
Yeah.
Working on it. We're right here.
Would this be best to do once we slept? Because I am exhausted.
No, I can't do it on this little sleep. I'm gonna have to sleep first. And it might take a while, so y'all might end up needing to go to Skypillar without me.
Fair enough. If that's what you think is best for you.
I think this is important.
Yeah, no,
and
I
I
agree.
think I can do it. And I think I can meet up with you guys again once I've done it.
Makes sense.
Oh.
Just be careful.
So if you'd like to stay at my place tonight and
That would be
depart later in the morning.
Okay. Are you wanting to stop by and look at that before you go, or are you just straight to sleep?
well, it's 3 a.m. I don't want to.
4
I don't want. I don't want to try to dismantle. I don't want to do something that delicate with no.
Oh
sleep.
yeah. No, okay.
There's too
So
many risks.
yeah, Annabella, would you like to describe your home?
So when the doors open, it's a decently large building, but one of those kind of like business on bottom, house on top situations. Because you walk into the lab itself first. This is technically not her own house. This is her. This would be her mother's lab.
There are, if I may.
Yeah.
There are a number of different charts detailing your mom's the dark type.
Mother is dark type, yes.
Yes. There are a number of different posters hung up explaining it looks like they've been designed by her, explaining physiology of different dark type Pokemon. There are a few different models done up, and there's even like a few Pokemon not in cages, but in small like holding environments. Like a glassed off environment that they can live in within a small enclosure. That's what I'm looking for. There are a few different dark type Pokemon currently sleeping within there.
Yeah. Annabella has a neighbor coming in to feed them because she knew she might be away for a couple days. So
yep,
she didn't expect this much, but yeah.
Out of curiosity, by the way, I assume Cresselia and Darkrai like bounced as soon as we got into Lily Cove.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're like, all right, everybody, where the fuck are the legendaries?
Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah,
I was gonna do some exercise before I went to sleep. Is there a place I could set up the secret base just because it's got all our exercising equipment in it?
We have a small garden out back.
Cool. I will set up the secret base. Also, because I assume there's probably not that many guest rooms in your house.
No, no, it's a small family place, not a ton of guests.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ramon will sleep in the secret base. Just not to impose on too much house. Too many people in too little house.
Anna is more than willing to make space where she can, but like
Ramon will spend
some of y'all are
time in
sleeping
the
on the couch.
house.
Yeah.
Like, let's decompress for a minute after that before we go to bed, and then he'll go to his room. But he's trying not to impose.
Yeah. And it's occultist's dream up in the actual house itself. 3 different occult specialists living in one house. It's everywhere. She absolutely has to take off like a spirit, like a cleanse tag from one of the doors before people come in. It's organized chaos is probably the word, especially since Annabella's been living here on her own for a little bit. Her parents were currently in Kalos.
Yeah. After setting up the secret base, do some EXP training. For my Pokemon, and then before actually going to like sleep, so is going to do, because Darkrai and Cresselia are from Sinnoh, right?
Yeah.
Will do some form of traditional Sinnoh like prayer of thanks to both Cresselia and Darkrai. Like individual one and then the other, rather than not to them together, because he saw how they interacted and figured they would probably prefer one at a time.
If he's doing that in a public space, Ramon will not necessarily participate because he doesn't know how, but just be there emotionally with the spirit of the thing.
Yeah, no, he's probably doing it like in the middle of the secret, like in this like common area of the secret base.
Doing the spiritual equivalent of I agree. Yep, me too. I think so too.
I'll say with the 18, so we'll recite the steps to the prayer out loud as if it's part of the prayer, so that Ramon could follow along if he wanted to.
Nice. Because it feels appropriate. That feels like a really good thing for us to be doing.
And anyone else that is there would also be able to.
Annabella's mostly making sure her house is in some semblance of order.
Would your mother have left any Pokemon here aside from the ones currently in enclosures?
Probably one or two. I'm trying. I imagine there's like a very old, like almost house cat, like yeah, there's a
Meow.
because you said she has her Lipod on her in a sipping session.
Yeah.
There's probably an old like Umbreon stick around.
Yep.
That's what I was a normal type, Jack.
Oh.
I was like, there's a Perugly around. No, that's a normal type. Because it made perfect sense. No, there's an old Umbreon that like older.
It does not greet everyone. It definitely greets you very happily.
Yes. And she'll reach down and give scritches.
It gives you it is a very long-winded conversation in Umbreon that it gives you.
Yeah.
You just have to do the pet owner thing of
Not one of the ones she can talk to, sadly. But at some point she will take her handful of Pokeballs and just let all her Pokemon out. With not Fluttermane.
Okay.
Now's not the time to deal with the Fluttermane. But Shuppet, Frillish, Charcadet, Dartrix, and as she lets out Crowley from her Pokeball, she gives him a huge hug and just kind of like, I need this right now. If you want to take it away, as Crowley starts glowing white.
Yep. Crowley will evolve into Houndstone.
So the silhouette of Crowley just expands a solid like 5 extra feet, and now she is like dangling from his neck.
I'd say his heart grew 3 sizes that day.
His very warm and dead heart. She's effectively dangling like an inch or two off the ground from his neck. And he is now a foot taller than her.
Houndstone big.
Houndstone 6'4".
Big pupper.
6'7"? Yeah, big boof. Annabella is like 5'2". Houndstone is 6'7".
All right.
And Annabella does not move from that spot for the rest of the night. She falls asleep leaning up against Houndstone.
That's the best place to fall asleep.
She needs it right now. She's tired.
Everyone gets rest, wakes up in the morning. I was about to ask the question, but I know the answer. So is up first.
Morning exercises.
Morning exercises. Who would be getting up? What would be the wake up order afterwards? or would So begin waking everyone up?
No, So tends to let people wake up on their own, particularly after a night like last night.
Well, he doesn't wake up on his own, but Mercedes has chilled a bit since evolving, so he does wake up later than he used to.
Yeah.
I might wake up next so that I can go ahead and make some, perhaps cook some completely normal eggs on the stove. Or should I be doing that? I'm in somebody else's house though.
Well, I mean, we have the secret base. You could be cooking in the secret base.
You can use the secret base stove or Annabella's stove.
Oh, right.
Also, this is Pokemon, so the question must be asked: what kind of eggs are we cooking?
I said
That's
some
the
very
joke.
normal eggs.
That's the
Chicken.
joke.
So Togepi.
Nope.
They are
We're not
chicken
going
because
Pokemon, 'cause that's
real animals also exist.
Yes, that is
Completely.
the joke of totally normal eggs, by the way.
Yeah.
That is our answer to that question.
That happened the session before you joined, Jordan. I was I made a point that I was cooking some very, very normal eggs for breakfast, and it became a thing.
Yeah, so Annabella, you've got like a bunch of occult stuff in this
It's
place,
everywhere.
right? Okay, I
So,
think
for reference, out of character, you wouldn't. Reginald wouldn't know this. Annabella is a ghost type specialist and researcher. Her parents are a psychic type specialist and researcher, and a dark type researcher.
okay, perfect.
So
So
it's
there's
all
definitely
occult shit.
so there's definitely like a coffin or an Iron Maiden or a sarcophagus of some kind somewhere in here.
There is probably maybe not a full.
Reginald only weighs 90 pounds. You know, he can fit in.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think if there'd actually be one of those. Can we say there's like a test subject she's gotten from like a museum of like there's a Cofagrigus around that she's currently working with?
Yeah, of course.
It's not hers, it's borrowed for research purposes.
Yeah.
I could
okay.
I could see a dark type specialist going goth.
Oh no,
Yeah,
totally.
the top of the Cofagrigus opens up, and Reginald slides out. He's got a bunch of pillows. He's kind of filled it up with.
Just one hand on your shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he'd
It was
he'd crawled
giving
in
you.
there
It was
sometime
giving
during the
you.
night.
It was giving you brain massages while you slept.
That actually sounds really nice. I don't know.
Poor
Maybe,
fella starved to death.
maybe I'm the weird one. But yeah, he had someone. If you'd been, you know, whoever was the last to fall asleep, Reginald was the second to last to fall asleep. You would have noticed Reginald like laying in his bed or on the couch or whatever, and he couldn't quite sleep. And you heard him muttering something as he was, you know, he got up, looked around, and then he got inside this Cofagrigus. More or less, I think during his time with Team Magma, he spent so much time like shoved inside various lockers that this is just the most comfortable place.
I live here now.
I live here now.
Yeah, exactly. Like that. This is his peaceful place. So it's like, oh, that was lovely. Oh, and he'll go and join the group for some normal eggs.
The rest of the Cofagrigus opens, and there's just a cascade of pillows, an angry noise, and it shuts.
Gagging sounds as it coughs him up.
Yeah, he just comes rolling out like a hairball.
Annabella hears the Cofagrigus complaining,
Fantastic.
pokes her head around the door.
There is a bevy of pillows at the feet of this Cofagrigus, who's
Looks to Reginald.
It's okay. I used a vanilla conditioner yesterday, so I'm pretty sure I tasted great.
Well, that sentence just happened.
I'm going to have to ask you questions because I have you survived being inside a Cofagrigus.
I'm a normal type. What can I say?
It's too early for this.
Coffee, then bullshit.
You still haven't gotten
Coffee,
around to
then
asking
everything,
Soul
correct.
about Murasame.
Yeah, he'll be trying to explain the sensation to Annabella over breakfast. He's like, you know how it feels really good to be like crushed bodily and spiritually?
No.
What do you mean? No, what I mean, he'll turn to Gray, right? Right?
Um, I
No.
well, maybe just a little bit.
Yeah, you know when like a pair of strong hands grabs you, and he'll start explaining maybe a little bit too much
Mhm.
about his experience from last night.
It's a little
Like,
bit step
would
on
you
the
like some
off.
very normal cheese on your very normal eggs?
Yeah, if you were going to interrupt the conversation with something completely unrelated, Annabella was.
I do like I do want to be clear, it sounds sexual, but like he's saying it with complete like it's like, oh no, you're just broken. Okay.
Just
Yeah.
add some fresh cracked pepper.
It sounds like some kinky shit, but he's just a mess.
Exactly. No, he's vanilla as they come. He's just this it's just genuine psychic damage.
This poor boy. We need to take care of him. He needs our help.
He needs
Here you
something.
go, normal eggs with normal cheese on a normal croissant.
Oh, he'll reach for like he you see that he's like looking around the table trying to find something. He'll turn to Annabella. He'll say, where's your summoning bell?
Oh,
Or is there like a whistle of some kind? How do we call the servants?
she just looks at you like you're hoping you pick up on the response without having to say it. And a
the
solid 10 seconds pass before she goes, I have to cook my own breakfast. This is a treat.
Oh, that's nice. Cooking your own that's huh. More people should have other people thought about doing this? That sounds very innovative.
Most people cook their own breakfast.
What?
rich people
take-
problems.
Yeah, he's gonna reboot for a minute and let real serious conversations happen.
I love that
Annabella also
that
takes a
one
few
sentence
seconds
just
to
turned
reboot.
him off. All right.
Most people cook their own breakfast. The world doesn't work the way I thought it does.
Wait, so hey, like yeah, so is there just like a circle of everyone being servants for everyone else? Are you all cooking each other breakfast and all the servants are serving the servants? Is that how it works?
None of us are
That's
servants.
called a family.
If a family, I am familiar with the term.
And when you're not living with one of those, you do a circle where you're the servant, but you're serving yourself.
But you're
You got to
but
do
you're
both.
all
You got to do both.
but who's the master if you're all the servants?
I live alone.
No kings,
right,
no
right
gods,
now.
no masters.
Out of character, that.
Yeah, the Umbreon hops up on the table.
And Annabella will try to gently shoo him down, but also puts a plate of like poke food down. Like full of poke
Molly
food down.
notices the Umbreon jump up at such a key moment and then glances over into the other room where Mercedes happens not to be participating in this conversation right now and is glad that she wasn't here for that question. Because she has an answer.
It's her. The answer is her.
Mhm.
She's the master.
Mhm.
And she knows it.
I know I come across as a suave, debonair, billionaire playboy, but in truth,
You do?
I find myself slightly out of my element here. Now, and a little bit out of sorts. I would appreciate a little bit of patience from you as I try to wrap my head around this, no offense, but bizarre foreign culture. I'm used to Kanto. In Saffron City, we just do things differently.
I'm
Uh,
sure it's purely cultural.
Mhm.
but I am open. I am open to the ways of this land, uh, and I hope to maybe cook my own breakfast one day.
Well, I think before you step out to cooking your breakfast, you're probably going to have to start with the daily morning exercises that we do culturally here.
Oh, sure.
Very
Yeah.
important.
Mm-hmm.
How should I begin?
Well, first you finish your breakfast, and then I'll take you through it.
Can't work out on an empty stomach.
After Reginald gets done eating, I'm going to assign him like daily ranger exercises.
Sure.
So is gonna make this party healthy, whether they fucking like it or not.
Yeah, I would say like if we to because I'm most familiar with D&D terms, I think if I were statting him out, he'd be like strength 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like strength
Mhm.
6, dex 9.
Yeah,
So he has
we're gonna start with some rope
Nice.
climbing and
Mhm.
some sit-ups, some push-ups.
Yeah, no, we have like the Mulan montage.
Put that
Oh.
against the wall if that's what you need.
Yeah,
Let's get
he's
down
doing the
to
rope climbing.
business.
You see, so climbing up the rope, and then it camera pans down, and you see Reginald with a bunch of like lotion and conditioner, trying to get some blisters off his hands, and go through the whole routine. And yeah, at the end of it, I think he has managed to do some legitimate exercise. He probably was not proper form completing any of them, but he thinks he did a great job, and he did truly do his best.
You know, it's okay.
Fantastic.
Proper form only matters when you're at 0, and you're below that right now. So we got to get you up to 0 first.
Mhm. Also, at some point, like we actually introduce ourselves to Reginald, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
he
we
does not know any of our names.
Yes, we do. We should actually start
Yes.
the morning introducing ourselves to Reginald.
Proper introductions. And also, once So takes Reginald away to do exercises, Ramon does grab Annabella and Gray and just say, we're adopting him, right? He needs us. I don't think he'll survive on his own.
Unfortunately, I think that's the best plan.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is going to be a great character arc right here.
So is treating Reginald like the villager characters you get in Fire Emblem later in the game that is like level 1 and pathetic, but if you spend enough time training them, they can get to like the higher tier, more powerful classes.
See, when I play, it's like
he's level 0.
In every D&D party, if you give them a goblin, they will adopt it. I've accidentally become the goblin.
You are the goblin, yeah.
Correct. Which is very funny because the Saturday game, the Eberron game I have on Saturdays, we did literally just adopt a kobold.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
It is a thing.
The Thursday game has 3 goblins in a robotic trench coat.
Mm-hmm.
And they just adopted more goblins.
And Elle's in that game, and we did not adopt the Elle is not playing the kobold.
No one ever had enough goblins. That's all I've got to say.
No, I love goblins.
Yeah. There's always room for more adopted goblins.
Correct.
Always room.
But yes.
So the morning goes by fairly uneventfully. What are the next steps that you all are wanting to take? Because you do have an offer to go get the boat from the Jenny this morning.
Yes. I think
Ramon is going to go assess how long it's going to take him to figure out safely dismantling these secret bases. Yeah. And once he realizes that this is the scope of the task, he's gonna let everybody know that it's gonna take him a while.
I think the morning split up is like Ramon going to go investigate that. I'm gonna go secure the boat, and then like the others like. So you want to? Can you guys just go make sure we've got any supplies we might need for going up Mount Pyre, and Sky Pillar?
Sure. I have a few
Do
things
that.
I have a few things I need to make sure everything's all right at home anyway as well. So,
and since we're all wandering around Lily Cove, can we make luck rolls and see if we find random shit on the street?
Yeah, everybody can give me a luck roll.
Yeah.
If anybody has a Pokemon with pickup, you can give me a pickup roll as well.
Holt does probably still have pickup.
I find nothing.
Crowley
Where's
does
luck?
not have pickup
Vulnerable.
anymore.
I find a sandball.
So if you go into the second to last tab, there should be what looks like a closed book.
Okay.
If you go to the roll tables, click
the
PTR roll tables.
Folder that says roll tables. Yeah.
Yes, the folder that says roll tables.
Not seeing that. Oh wait, yes, I am.
Okay.
You can drag the icon to your hotbar.
We have to 2 more steps before we get to that.
Okay.
So open up the roll tables folder, then click PTR roll tables. That'll bring up
got
a list of options. You're going to look at the pickup tables, and then in that you'll see luck table.
Okay.
Click and drag luck table to your hotbar, which you'll see at the bottom of the screen.
Oh, I think you had me do that last time. I just didn't remember that's what it was.
Yeah.
So if I click the button on the hotbar,
it'll roll your luck.
It'll roll it. Okay.
Yep. And it automatically adds those. It should automatically add those things to your inventory. If not, you can just grab it and drop
them.
Yeah, you click and drag. So Reginald rolled twice, so I'm assuming you're gonna take the first one.
I double clicked it.
Okay.
So Reginald found a berry, Gray found 400 Pokebucks, Annabella found 400 Pokebucks, Ramon found a sandball, and I found nothing.
Yes. Annabella is also.
I got a rock.
Annabella is also going to use one of her dowsing ability charges. Virtuoso would apply to this, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Any more rolls that need to be done before I make 11 rolls on this table?
Sounds like you know.
No? Okay. Because there is a beach on Lily Cove, and that's where she's looking.
Make your rolls.
Is there a gym in Lily Cove?
No, there's not a gym in Lily Cove. Because you go from Fort Tree to Moss Deep. Between gyms. Red Shard.
Oh yeah, there is
one.
There's the Pokemon Association headquarters. I don't know what that is though.
4, 5, 6. Ooh.
Is that where you meet the Game Freak employees?
Maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's in Bolville.
The Pokemon Association is the group that selects and pays the salaries of the gym leaders and organizes the Pokemon League. And their Hoenn headquarters is in Lily Cove.
Fair enough.
Apparently.
Hold on. No, I've lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more. 11.
Laterals.
Yeah.
Love it. That's laterals.
Rank 8, effectively rank 8 for occult education checks. Skill stunt dowsing, sandy area, rockier sandy area, and dowsing for dummies.
And apparently, Kanto and Johto have the same Pokemon Association that operates out of Goldenrod City.
Where is that established? Is that just a video game thing, or is that just, or is that anime lore?
Let's see. I think that's manga establishment.
That
That makes sense.
Oh.
That makes sense.
But also, it makes sense as to why that's the only one that you could go to both regions in.
Yeah, the Indica Plateau is the same. It's Just
Yeah.
yeah, their relief flow is basically the same.
So our camera opens with Sel at the docks. There is a Jenny there waiting for you first thing in the morning. Or when you get there, I should say. Stands up, tosses you a set of keys, and walks you to a fairly you don't how much do you know about boats?
Let's find out. How much does Sel know about boats?
It's a decent speedy
Gen-Ed,
little boat.
I assume?
Yeah, Gen-Ed. Go ahead.
I know nothing about boats.
It looks sleek, fast, and it has 6 seats.
This looks like a boat.
Yep.
It definitely floats.
So takes the keys, looks at it, looks back at the Jenny, and goes, how do you drive one of these?
Very similar to a car. Have you driven a car?
No.
You know what? Just get in. And you will go. She will give you basically an hour's worth of driving instruction on how to operate the boat, with a few like these are rules in shallow waters, and these are rules in the immediate coastline. And
I was like, this is one of the Jennies that was at the station last night. Like, she got a very good look at So's body when he ripped his shirt off. He is a jungle man. He's not a city man.
Yeah. So she's probably asleep.
she's tired. She's at the end of her shift.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, determining rapidly that someone else is probably going to have to drive this thing, but he will go through the crash course.
What is the group that are going to the department store looking for? Because I heard mention of making sure we have all the supplies we need.
I imagine medicinal supplies and things like that. For Mount Pyre, we don't need climbing gear. It's staircase all the way up. Probably some climbing gear for Sky Pillar. Problem is, I'm not a survivalist, and neither is Annabella. So I'm imagining giving her a short list.
Yeah, just like it's basic mountain survival gear. So food rations, food dry food that isn't going to go bad for being on the side of a mountain. Some excess rope in case we need to climb where there isn't a path. If anyone needs them, decent boots. Warm weather gear, so cool ice packs, things like that. And probably some like burn heal items. Actually, definitely some burn heal items.
Will-o-wisp is always an issue.
Yeah. So, burn heal and whatever berry it is that heals burns.
Roast?
Let's find out.
Come on, lifelong hyperfixation, come work with me. I think it's roast.
Iceberry. That's the Gen 1 version. Hang on.
Yes.
Or Gen 2 version.
That's the Gen 2 berry.
Yes,
Rossberry.
Yes.
Rossberry.
Gotta love 30-year hyperfixations, or 27, whatever.
Yep. Rostberry, Frostberry.
Yeah.
And a spearberry cures freeze. Searberry, yeah.
I mean, it's also a strawberry and a pear.
Yeah. Anyways. Rost, frost, a spear, sear.
Okay.
I don't know how much it's going to cost, but I don't have money.
Yeah,
so.
I have the spreadsheet.
I have 100 Pokebucks.
I have 500 Pokébucks.
I have almost 4,000, but
None
I
of us
need
get
them.
none of us get paid. We need to fix
No,
that.
you guys,
Yep.
you guys don't really get paid. And man, somebody should do something about that.
I'm gonna stop in to get my stipend at the ranger HQ after I get done learning how to drive a boat.
To
Oh
be fair,
yeah,
Annabella's a researcher in training. Like, she is used to not having much pay.
Yes,
you get 2,800 pen.
How much?
2,800.
Yeah.
Uh,
How much did you say we would get to start with? I know this was several sessions ago now, but I have
5K.
Hey.
5K. Okay.
Except for Reginald, who spent it all on Zora.
I was going to say, can I please start with 0?
Yes.
Genuinely?
Yeah, by all means.
Okay. Yeah, no,
There's
he's
an
going
H
berry-
and
Our
M.
berries
he's
not
standing
listed.
around in all the expensive stores,
I think berries are
looking
listed by tier.
ponderous about things, but always leaving empty-handed.
Ah, yes.
and everybody else is pretending we don't know why.
Annabella's being far too polite.
But at some point, he is going to walk up to like a like the checkout line where they keep the candy bars or something. And he is going to try to steal a candy bar because he's hungry and doesn't have any money.
No.
Annabella's gonna make a perception check.
Yeah, so I need a stealth check from Reginald and a perception check from Annabella.
And the cops.
And the cops.
His rank is pathetic in stealth, so
Cool. I rolled actually quite high.
Yeah, you see that. And so does
Everyone else.
Yeah. So like as you go to reach for the candy bar and you go to tuck it into your pocket, there is a hand that just catches your wrist.
Reginald will look up and he'll go, "Oops."
Annabella will start making her way over, like hurried footsteps.
The store employee who has a hold of your wrists lets go. Looks at you confused. Just put it back, okay, dude?
Let's see. He would like to try to charm his way out of it, as like he would try to give an excuse of like my papa was this not already paid for? I'm here on an Instacart trip. I thought this had already been paid for.
For the record, by the way, Rost berries are tier 1, so they cost 150 pen.
Yep.
Like he will try to at least not try to talk his way out of it, even though he did get caught. But he does put it back.
Look, man, I'm not gonna raise a fuss. Just put it back, and we'll call it even.
Oh yes, no. I mean, if you honestly, at this point, you've offended me. I don't think I'll even give you my business. It's very clear. You hear his stomach growl in the meantime. What's Annabella doing?
As I assume at some point he realizes, the store worker realizes Reginald's shit and starts to make his way back, and Annabella just walks past him and goes, "I'm so sorry about him." And we'll continue.
Dude just sort of gives you the retail look of I don't get paid enough for this, and just goes back to doing what they're doing.
Just not of complete understanding. And then there's a glance over at Reginald as he, I assume, at least storms out.
He looks he does like the Charlie Brown walk. You see him walk outside, and you see he's holding his Zorua up in his hands, like up to a space. He seems to be chatting with it. And I won't call for like a perception check, but if you pay attention to him long enough, you see he kind of sneaks around to the food court, looking around. You see he has this uh, conversation with the Zorua. They have this little back and forth. And then at some point, you see the Zorua uses its illusion ability because in this, it can mimic people too.
Yes, it can.
And it shapeshifts into his form, standing really casually next to like a dumpster as he gets inside it and starts going through it for food.
Oh god.
Oh. Annabella will finish her shopping, and you can tell me the number afterwards. We'll work out how who's paying for what, how much. And she will. She is also going to buy an extra candy bar.
Candy bar 75.
Yeah. And she will go to that and see that he is rummaging around in a garbage can in public. And just sigh loudly. Walk over and just kind of tap him on the back or shoulder to kind of get his attention.
The Zorua that looks like him will kind of like move to like run interference a little bit instead of you like pretending to be Reginald. Like he can't use words, but he can make sounds that mimic what a person would sound like. So he'll be like, meh, meh.
He speaks in Simlish.
Annabella is well aware because of both her mother's research and Hime is probably well aware of Zorua.
Yeah.
And knows he has Zorua and goes, Zorua, and you can turn back.
Hey. Zora will kind of step aside to give you access to the dumpster where you see his head kind of emerges like a periscope from the top of a submarine looking around. He's got a plate of like half-eaten nachos. He sees you and he dips back down. It's like, oh no, Zora, no, Palkia, I told you.
Right, get.
What?
Are you really that desperate?
I'm hungry.
There's a solid second where she reboots after hungry. I don't think she's heard that since Crowley was a baby.
Now, if you're finished eating whatever you're eating, if you would like to just throw it away directly into my mouth, I'm already in here.
Oh, you can get out of there and I can give you the food I've already bought.
Annabella, did you no, you didn't have to do that. He says as he's fishing himself up out of the trash can. No, I couldn't possibly. No, no, that's yours.
Shoves a candy bar into his hands, and she will also, has Zorua turned back into a Zorua, or is it still?
Oh, yeah, it's back into Zora.
She'll reach down and, like, a Pokemon, like, little block. Basically, she hands a Pokeblock to Zorua crouched down.
You put the candy bar in his hands. No, you didn't have to. Peanut flavor.
Like it is the same type of candy bar that you tried to steal.
Look, I don't have excellent taste. No,
no, it's nothing wrong with the taste. That's a perfectly good candy. Just you don't need to rummage through garbage cans.
Thank you. It's actually been quite some time since I've had common candy. I'm more used to the other types. And he's opening up the little candy bar, takes a little nibble. He says, thank you, Annabella. I don't know where I'd be without you guys right now.
Unfortunate. I mean, we know where you'd be at some Magma base, but it's fine. We'll teach
Now,
you
how
like
did
us
you
common
how
folk.
did you pay for this? This
Money.
delicious morsel that you've so graciously provided for me.
She reaches into her purse and pulls out like a 100 yen bill.
Okay, and you get that money from where?
Working.
Annabella, your
Okay,
phone goes off.
And
We're
also
going to have to. Yep.
looking around
This
the
is a
ground.
whole other conversation.
Hold on 1 second. The Rotom phone floats up and she takes a couple steps away.
Of note, Ramon, So, and Gray, your phones also all go off at the exact same time. With a single text message from Professor Oak's number that simply says first mission of the Pokemon Defense League or the International Pokemon Defense League successful. Donation 10,000 Pokebucks. As you get an alert that has been added into your Rotom funds.
Ramon definitely cusses as soon as he sees that he's received a text from Professor Oak.
But also,
I'm standing here. Oh,
Before he reads it, it's Professor Oak. Fuck.
what?
10,000 Poke? Okay.
Yes.
What's his reaction to getting 10,000 pen?
He flips off the phone. You can't buy me.
My price is quite reasonable, actually.
Yeah.
Already achieved my undying hatred. 10,000 pen will not quench it.
So a little time passes. Everybody gets together at the docks. I assume this is where you're saying goodbye to Ramon.
Yes.
Ramon doesn't see it as a big deal. He's gonna do a thing and then catch back up.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're going to.
But also Annabella will give him a hug.
So just lay it out for me, Ramon. What's going on?
I'm going to dismantle the secret base here, and then I'm going to Moss Deep, and then I'm going to see if I can find the one in Rustboro.
Okay.
And I'll keep in contact. I will reach out when I'm ready to meet back up. But I can't leave these up.
No, absolutely. I'm gonna let Ryoko know, and they'll come keep guard.
I'm gonna make sure the Jennies know what I'm doing while I'm doing it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But at the very least, with Ryoko by you, you've got a combat trained person nearby whenever you're doing these.
Annabella will hand him a spare key. If you need anywhere to stay while you're here, feel free.
Thanks.
And she'll give him a very quick rundown of like feeding the various Pokemon. Luckily, some of them are ghost types and don't need feeding, but like Umbreon.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to Mount Pyre and then to Sky Pillar. So just text when you're done, and we'll let you know where we're at.
One will also give So a hug before he can leave.
We'll be taken aback by it and then return the hug.
Gray wants to say his farewells, but we've also known each other for only a couple of days, so it's like, do I try to hug? Do I shake hands? Do I just wave? Maybe I just wave.
A month at the very least, because I've been paid twice.
I don't think it's maybe a couple.
It's been a couple
I think
weeks.
it was just
a couple weeks, maybe. But yeah.
Weeks?
No. So not
for
Gray.
the whole party.
Yeah,
the whole party.
The whole
sorry.
It's been
Less
at least
than a month for us.
Ramon knew So longer than that.
Yeah.
Gray gets one of those bro hugs.
The side hug. Yeah.
Gray's down for a bro hug.
Yeah, no. So and Ramon met when So knocked out a Snorlax that was rampaging nearby, while Ramon didn't notice because his hearing aids weren't in. Because an angry Snorlax is a dangerous Snorlax.
You all part ways, and
I'm not done yet. I gotta have my. Hang on, I don't have enough time. You see,
important.
Yeah. What's the best place to post it? Images go. Yeah, I guess I'll just. Yeah, you see, he walks up to, Reginald walks up to Ramon with a little folded up napkin.
Oh.
When you open it up, there's a little ketchup drawing. It says, "Good luck, bestie."
It's a bit Rorschach.
It was ketchup, but it was folded up, so it's completely fucked.
Yeah, you do think there once was like a ketchup drawing of like two stick figures holding hands, but yeah, that's long gone. But there's something slightly legible left over.
Ramon nods at the ketchup drawing and says, "See you soon, bud."
Yeah, he will. No, what is Ramon? I don't think Ramon would do the bro hug. I think Ramon thinks that we're best friends, and he would go for the full.
Reginald.
Yeah, I bet he would. I bet he would.
Yeah, no, Reginald. I think Reginald would try to pick Ramon up, and then you hear something in his back pop. He just kind of fumbles a little bit, and then he gives you a pat on the shoulder and steps back.
Over Reginald's shoulder, Ramon signs to So, "Take care of this one. He's a disaster."
Just gives you a thumbs up, and looks at Reginald out hearing the pop. Is your back okay?
Action feels pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't had to pick anything up before.
You still didn't.
Is your back okay? No.
It feels really good for like an hour, and then just.
All right. Well, last quick question: does anyone know how to drive one of these things? He says, pointing at the boat, that if So had to park it, is definitely like at an angle it's not supposed to be at.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's at a weird angle.
I'm gonna make
as a rich kid.
Yes,
would
100% as a rich kid, you know how to drive a boat.
Can I please use intuition?
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, I feel this in my bones, you guys. Papa used to send us on sailing lessons in the summer.
Gonna be great. Just great.
I'm waiting for a one.
All right.
I'm waiting for the one.
Hey.
Okay.
Okay.
As you all drive off, Ramon, are you watching them leave, or are you just turning and going?
I've had enough Reginald interaction for the
Okay.
Oh.
Then from the 5 in the boat, I need perception checks for the last beat of the night.
Reginald is sailing us up and down the edge of the island right on the shoreline because he wants to get the item dupe glitch. There's a missing no in here somewhere.
I've heard about missing no.
7.
So is busy being seasick. Wasn't he seasick last time?
Yeah. So gets incredibly seasick.
And Novella's gonna try and help him.
I got a 26.
So
there's a reason why So walks everywhere. He gets motion sick real easy.
Gray, as you guys are pulling away, one of the from behind one of the buildings closer towards the shore, a figure steps out. Slightly on the taller side, red outfit, top to bottom. carrying a long staff that looks like it's made out of crystal of some sort. Two gigantic horns sprouting from the top of the head. Just watching as you all go. And that's where we're going to end for the week.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Guten Nacht.
Goodbye.